Hey guys, what is going on? Today I'll be showing you my latest custom LEGO minifigures, and this time it is Franklin, Clinton, Michael DeSanta, and Trevor Phillips from Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, given I probably should have made these figures a lot sooner since GTA 5 came out in like 2013, and then the remastered version, or just like the better version for the PS4 and the Xbox One that came out recently in November. But I just never got around to it, and the other day I was playing with my friends and I decided to make these figures just because the game is a really great game, given it's a really bad, horrible, like morally, but it is very fun to play. So as usual, before we get into the showcase, I just wanted to mention and remind you all that these minifigures are 100% hand painted, every single last detail on them, and so I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like down below, because it makes me know that you guys want to see more of these minifigures. And so yeah, let's get started on with these minifigures. Okay, so starting off with Michael, as you can see, he's wearing just kind of a regular red short sleeve kind of polo shirt and khakis and black shoes, and this figure was definitely the quickest to make because it was actually very easy. There wasn't really much going on for Michael, and I believe it's the same on my Franklin. There's nothing really going on in the back of the torso or anything, just because there's not really any detail or anything like that. And even on my Trevor, there isn't a lot of detail, but there is more than Michael and Trevor, as Michael and Franklin, as they don't really have anything. So basically, this figure's not exactly the most detailed, but as I'm removing this, we can get a closer shot at some of the details. Okay, so as you can see here, if we move up his torso a little bit, there is kind of the collar around his shirt, and then there are a few little sort of wrinkle lines in his shirt, and then a pocket, and he kind of has a little bit of a worried expression, as Michael oftentimes in the game will be the one that doubts things, or just kind of doesn't really think that something's going to work, or is kind of suspicious of something. And also, I'm not really sure if this is anything relevant, but I figured I would note in the skin color on the arms is actually painted on rather than the short sleeves, just to give the short sleeves a even much more accurate color to the rest of the shirt. The only downside is you can kind of tell due to the extra thickness added on from the paint, but it actually does look a lot better in person than it does on this camera for some reason. It's very noticeable here. So yeah, that's just about it for Michael, and now we're gonna move on to Franklin. Okay, so Franklin, as you can see here, is wearing his green and white leather jacket, and he has a white undershirt. And this figure actually was easier than you'd expect, and the two signs on his torso, I'm not exactly sure what those are. If you know what they are, comment in the comment section below, obviously. Where else would you comment? But I actually have no idea what those signs are, but in the reference picture, they were there. The one on the left, I saw half of it, and I just kind of improvised the other half, just made it sort of a shield. And then Franklin also has white shoes, and the bottom of his arms have a little bit of green painted detail, and he has a more so serious face, and as you can see also, all of his hair is painted on. This minifigure, there wasn't exactly a lot going on with, and with this outfit, there wasn't exactly too much to base it off of, but as you can see there, not really, but a little bit. You can kind of get a closer look at his facial expression, and that moves us on to Trevor. Now, Trevor is definitely my favorite character, both out of these minifigures and in the game. He, unintentionally, he actually had quite a bit more detail than the others, just because you can add so much more with even a more wrinkled shirt and some weathering, which you can't exactly see due to the brightness. I might try and get a better shot of that later on. But so, as you can see, if you remove his Gatling gun, which once again, I'm pretty sure all of these weapons are from GI Brick, if I remember correctly. You can see that Trevor is wearing just a white t-shirt with it's a v-neck, and continues on to the back where you can see a little bit of the neck right there, and there are more wrinkles throughout the front and the back of the torso. Like I said, you can't really see it, but there is weathering. I'm trying to get a shot where you can actually see it, but apparently the light is too bright. Also down here on his legs, I can get a good shot. You can see the two little kind of strings dangling from his sweatpants, and there's a small little rip on his left leg. And moving up to the face, he's kind of smiling, doing a crazy smile, or his mouth's open, and his eyes and his eyebrows just kind of make him just look a little bit crazy, and he has his messy kind of balding hair. And like other things with the minifigures, you can't exactly see it, but there are a couple of small strands coming up there. If you move the camera, you might be able to see a little bit better. But yeah, that is just about it for Trevor, and now let's finish the showcase. Okay guys, that just about does it for this showcase. As you may have noticed, I kind of varied the usual style. Rather than doing individual shots for the head, torso, and legs and going into a lot more detail, I tried to get it done a little bit faster since there were 3 minifigures, because I didn't want this video to be like 15 minutes or something. It still might actually be pretty long, but I definitely wanted to cut the amount of time down. These minifigures were actually quite a bit of work, and so like I said at the start of the video, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like below. The next minifigure showcase that you're probably going to see on this showcase, on this channel, not showcase, will most likely be my Commander Bly once he is done, and he is just about done. And after that, the big thing to be looking out for is June 22nd or 23rd. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to do it between those 2 days. Is going to be my Batman Arkham Knight showcase, and that's going to have a ton of minifigures, and I'm working on them all right now, and they are coming out really nice. So definitely keep an eye out for that, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video.